Hi, it's Laura at Hyperstamper. I have a new junk journal today, but I wanted to try showing it to you a little differently. Before I put this on Etsy, hyperstamper.etsy.com, I just wanted to show everybody in the first minute all of the things that are going to be tucked into the pockets of this journal. There's about 20 pieces, plus everything that's in the journal, which is all authentic vintage ephemera and antique ephemera. I don't use any commercial products or anything printed or fake. So even the book itself, this one here is an original book. And I want to say it is from the 50s. Yep, 1951. So it's almost 75 years old. So first, let me show you what I'm going to tuck into this, and then we'll start tucking it in. This is a photograph from the 1800s. And I've had it for a long time, and I just think it's beautiful. And I thought she would go really well in this journal here. I'm finally letting her go. I've got a vintage from the 50s, really cool recipe card or recipe page. I just really liked these sandwiches. I thought they were so cool. A frosted sandwich loaf and rolled sandwiches. So we're going to tuck that in. This is from 1909, a hand done with the old quill pen and ink, a handwritten music piece, which is very, very special. I've got a 1953 baking receipt from Nissan Bakeries, and I've got this full page from 1956 Theater Arts Magazine, and that is a spread on Helen Hayes. Isn't that wonderful? So, you know, a lot of us remember who Helen Hayes is. If you don't, you should look it up, or you can read about her in that if you own this journal. This is a wonderful page also from the 1950s. Look at how fantastic these are here. Just lovely images that you can use any way you want in your mixed media, or just enjoy it the way it is. Here is an early 1900s postcard. It's just this beautiful, beautiful church. This is from 1968. It's just a fun game card, and it's just fun is all it is. It's fun. You can even make a little mini journal out of that if you wanted. This is a page from a 1920 children's book that I put some fuzzy cardstock from an antique book on the back of for you to journal on. And this is another 1920s book from a Garden Stories. And it is also antique paper on the back. And I made this little envelope here out of an antique page, turned it into a journaling envelope. This is a vintage deck of cards, the Three of Spades deck of cards, card from a deck of cards. And this is a little journaling tag I made with a 1940s magazine piece of crafts on it, a 1950s Pearl Shop receipt, a 1924 banknote, and another 1920s banknote here, and that one is from Delaware. I just love the numbers they put on the back. It is so cool. And then I made this little journaling tag out of antique dictionary page, and then two little mini tags tucked into a pocket there. I thought that was kind of fun. And this one here with a 1920s botanical page. So let's start tucking these in. Is that neat? Okay, I'll do this real fast. The original first pages of the book, which I always try very hard to do. 1920s. What's wrong with this picture? I've had a few of these in my journals this week. Really kind of cool. Let me just bring this in a bit here for you to see. And a 1930s children's book page here. Really bright colors. And let's start here. We'll just start tucking these things in. Let's put this here. And then I'm going to put this little tag here, and that's from the antique book Secret Garden, 1955 Polish embroidery book here, which is just beautiful. And then I've got this lovely pocket here. Can I stick that in there? Nope. How about this? Yeah, let's put that in there. That's kind of fun. And maybe this double tag. Another one of these 1920s crossword puzzle pages. A vintage botanical book here and here, two different books. We're going to put this nice big one in here, and maybe we'll tuck this one on the other side. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. Vintage recipe book page here, an antique book page here, and this is wonderful. It is a full world map here from the 1920s, and I can tell because my country here is Dominion of Canada, and that was before our centennial. And then we've got antique pages here, and then I'm going to tuck, let's see what we can tuck in here. We'll tuck this into this pocket I made out of a vintage doily. And then this is from the early 1900s, pre-1910 on woodworking. Another wonderful 1940s children's book page here. And let's tuck this into this vintage dictionary pocket page. And we'll put this one on the other side. And then this is some Canadian birch bark, and it still has the moss on it and this dried sap. So I just thought that was really fun. And we Canadians love our birch bark, so we'll put that in there. 1930s children's book page on that wonderful fuzzy cardstock that I'm a big fan of. This is awesome. This mom or wife doing her housework in the 1940s. And the book tells you how to do it properly. Let's put this beautiful woman here, and we'll give her a tag as well in there, and maybe even this postcard. That's a nice stuffed pocket there. And more here. I'm going to tuck this fun recipe page in here, and we'll put our banknotes. We'll put one banknote in here. How's that? Yes, like that. You can move these around any way you want and even add more things. These are early 1900s. This is, I believe, 1907. 1930s. This was a blank page at the end of a ledger that I had. And we've got 1950s highway road maps from America, and then Singing in the Rain music here, which is really cool, from 1929, Idaho. And I still have to find spots. Oh, look at this, First Reader 1800s. That is from a botanical book. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Country Life Reader. So I'll tuck these in somewhere like this. Oh, here's a pocket here. There we go. So it's going on Etsy now. One more. Tuck that in here. Hyperstamper.etsy.com, and don't forget to subscribe.